That's what they're saying.
That's what they always say. But you better
Mhm.
say it if you want to be a boss. You know what I'm saying? What's up, everybody? Hey, Culture. How are you? I missed you guys. Did you miss us? Because I missed you. So
Oh, good.
today it's just me and Marilyn Monroe. Today we decided to jump on here. Me is Miss Green Eyes Net. If you're just joining us for the first time, I said that like you know me. But we just jumped on here today to have some fun. People had some questions, so I kind of weeded through our email a little bit just to go through the questions instead of because we took a scenario break. FYI, everyone, we love you so much.
Yeah.
Scenarios was so popular that it's
Yeah.
so overwhelming that we had to take a scenario break. So what that means is we're just not taking any new submissions at this time, but we are going to do some scenario episodes to come so we can catch up with everybody because a lot of y'all got a lot of interesting things to say. So, for fun, let's start off with Marilyn because Marilyn has this thing, the segment called 21 Questions that she made. If you guys haven't tuned into that, please tune into 21 Questions, and Marilyn's 21 Questions will be coming up soon because I know y'all want to hear from the person that created the segment. But, Marilyn, I'm going to do you just because when we do your episode 2, let's do a temperature check because we haven't talked to them in a while. So tell everybody how you're feeling mentally.
I'm amazing. I'm awesome and amazing. First, welcome everyone to the Culture Club. I see that we have a viewer. Yes, this is a very much pop
Hello.
unplanned Friday jump off. And, we do what we can do when we can do it. That's just it. And with that said, thank you for tuning in. But yes, I am Marilyn Monroe, or in other words, through social media, the real Marilyn Monroe. Do I think I'm the actual deceased Marilyn Monroe? No. My Maryland is spelled like the state. And so it's a story behind that in which you can check the other um, what's your scenarios and questions on how I got that name. I did not name myself Marilyn Monroe, by the way. So, okay, so yeah, the 21 questions. Check us out. I have one with Hitman Black at the 803. It dropped last week. His 21 questions is on Spotify, which is the Culture Club Confidential on Spotify. And
Check that out.
Hitman Black was the first to grace our 21 questions there. Of course, everyone know K Quick. He was the first to grace it on our YouTube, and we had so many others to come up to follow him. But I decided to roll out a rendition of 21 questions, couples edition. So I
In the
have
word, in the words, in the non words of Marilyn.
I have couples that are going to be a part of the 21 questions. And these are culture questions. These are questions that we make up. They're core questions as well as they are custom questions. So they're going to be, it's just fun. It's just fun conversation. And again, this is just to get us to be able to get back to, the old school talking on the phone. Now we have social media. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but we have social
Right.
media so we can kind of connect in that way, in that arena. So 21 questions, y'all don't want to miss it. It's nothing like it. I know 50, he kicked it off with, the 21 questions song, and this is our rendition of that. So,
And if you ever notice, because we are the culture club, we like to stick to the culture. A lot of our segments are us giving homage to somebody that has done something before. 50 with the 21 questions,
yeah.
scenario, tribe called Quest.
Dog Quack
Like,
Quack.
come
See,
on,
you catch
y'all. Like,
on.
you
Yeah.
catching on?
You
That's
catching
what we do for
on.
the culture.
Yes.
And me and Marilyn talked, and we want to start something because we don't just want to be about the culture. We don't want to just be bosses and talk about being bosses. We want to make boss moves, as you guys would say. So we have something coming up, and we're really excited about this. We are going to kick it off next week and give two people that mean a lot to us with our culture club startup that helped us start up, that helped us get to where we are right now. We're gonna start giving away things, and whatever that is how we feel. But we got two things coming up, and I don't want to say prizes. We got to come up with a word for it because it's not a prize. It's a treat. We giving them a
It's a
treat.
treat.
That's what. That's our little inside joke. Y'all
It's
have
a,
no idea what that means, but we're gonna start doing things back. We're gonna give back to the culture. So we're gonna give back to the culture for what the culture means to us, and it'll be little. We might do some contests coming up soon, like see if you paying attention to our podcast for real. Are you really watching us? Can you really answer these questions? Let's see. But we'll come on live to do our first thing next week. So that's coming up. So we just came on here today to explain some things to you, which was our 21 questions. And now we're going to play around and just ask some questions because I weeded through some of the emails and people just had questions. And I was like, oh, that's easy. We could do that because people just want to know us. So one of the questions that I found that I thought was interesting, and I'm going to see if Marilyn answers this the same way as I do because we have something in common with this question. What's a song that always makes you happy?
that's a question for me or
That's a
us.
question for us. So you going to answer it first because I asked it.
A song that always makes me happy, which is insane because it's the not most appropriate song, but I, being honest,
Sometimes it
mine,
is what it is.
yeah, mine is Trina, baddest bitch.
Well, okay, and
Who's
I can see
bad?
that, and I know that because I
Who's
know
bad?
all about that.
Uh,
And to somebody else, it wouldn't be appropriate, but to you, it is absolutely so
it's
appropriate.
absolutely yes.
But I
So
also know,
that makes me happy.
I also know another one that makes you happy because we have it in common. So I'm gonna say our in common song before I say my song. The in common song is "Don't Disturb This Groove." Like that song comes on, you get instantly happy. You go into this vibe. It's almost like can't nobody mess with you. Like if I'm
Yes.
cleaning, it's the best cleaning I'm gonna do. If I'm washing,
Oh,
if I'm folding clothes,
I
it's
ain't
the
cleaning
best
to that song.
the best full. I just do everything to that. Like I'm jamming while I'm cleaning. Like if that's because I'll play a playlist when I clean. So just
hmm
it's random.
That ain't on
But
my playlist for cleaning. But also, hold on. And another song that totally makes me happy and it's on my playlist. And it's crazy because a lot of times when I get in the car with my honey, it comes on and I'm like, and it just makes me happy because every time I hear it, it's like, woo, okay. It's Jay-Z and Beyonce on the run.
yes, that
Mm,
song is so breath. That
Boy meets
song when
girl,
it come on,
girl
it's
perfect woman.
yes. It's
Hey, to the
almost like
concert.
you have to just be like, ah. And I could
Mm-hmm.
see it being in the car with your honey. I could see that
Because we
being
on the
like
run in real life.
in real life.
In real
But
life.
my song that makes me happy because it takes me to the old school R&B. I love "Girl You For Me" by Silk. That is
Shut
like
up. Shut up. Do you really?
I
I
cried to that
always loved
song.
that song.
I That
Shut
song makes me
up.
cry like for real. Like, and if you don't believe me, I could call Robin. You know, the friend of mine that you know. That is my song.
I
I
love that.
look.
I
I'm
love
going.
that
I'm
song.
feeling it. Yes,
I
yes. And
love that
that is
song.
so unbelievable because that's something we've actually never talked
I
about.
never knew that. But also, this is culture. This is just again, we're just chatting. It's Friday,
Just
freestyle.
chatting.
But
Hi.
yeah, and we're answering questions. So another song that I do play, and this is really like a lot of people know this that work with me. If you work with me in an arena of like work, whatever, I play this on my computer every Friday. And I don't know why, because Friday I'm feeling it.
I'm
But
interested.
it's called Mr. Sunshine by the Killers. And
Okay.
I love that song. Every Friday, I crank that song in my office every Friday. And if you know, you know. And if you haven't, look up the Killers, Mr.
I
Brightside.
haven't, so I'm about to look it
Yeah,
up.
Mr. Brightside. That song, and then of course, like me, I'm a visionary. So once I see something, I know most of it. If I see it twice, I know all of it. So I know every movement from the video. Because if you should also watch the video. So YouTube, Mr. Brightside, The Killers, after this podcast, so you can see what I'm talking about. But I play it every single Friday at work. My staff, they like, oh, she feeling something. Yeah, I play it every Friday. Yeah, I
Yes, I
love
need
this
to
song.
check that out. That
Yes,
was
check
it.
it out.
I like that question. That like opened up. First of all, I didn't know we already had the one song, and now that song, I had no idea. We gotta see, and
Yeah,
we talk every day. This is crazy. So we be really learning something. You learn something new every day.
absolutely. And you should.
So you got a question, or you want me to ask another one?
Actually, I wasn't prepared. I didn't pull them. So you pulled them.
Okay, okay. It's on me today.
I can try to pull one at
No,
least.
you
What?
you
Go ahead. I'm gonna
good.
pull
You
the email
good.
up.
So, what's a hobby you love to try but haven't?
I don't know. What hobby I would love to try? So, okay, I've played the violin for several years. Like I've mastered violin. I played the violin.
Hold up.
Like
Pause. Me too. I did 7 years, but go ahead.
yeah, I played violin forever in a night. Like real, like everybody knows me. I play violin to the point where my grandparents was like, all right, that's enough. So I play violin. I've also played on the keyboard. So that's not it. I've also did dance, like real dance, tap dance, regular jazz dance, hip hop dance, did that. That I never tried. I was originator of the step squad at my high school. If you know, you know. We stepped and we did that. I've never tried, and I wanted to always. I don't know because honestly, I I try a lot of stuff.
Like
So
mine would be one of two, and it would either be skydiving or scuba diving.
I'm
And
good.
I'm afraid of both of those.
Hmm.
So that would be because, like you said, we've done so many things. Like you
Yeah,
just
like
named a whole
literally.
bunch of stuff. Like I used to
Yeah,
be a real life league bowler.
yeah.
I
We
used
used to
to,
do skating at the skating
yes,
every freaking
skating.
Friday.
Like we didn't
Yep.
have a childhood of where we really couldn't try whatever we really wanted to. We had
Our
very
parents got
supportive
me into
parents.
whatever it is.
Right,
Yep.
right.
Yep.
So like that, like I see like a
Oh,
hobby that I would love to try but haven't. I could say those two, but I don't think I would. Like I don't even think the right person could come in my life to make me want to skydive or scuba dive. Like they look interesting, and shout out to everybody that does it because I be like, woo, I be watching the videos that people be posting when they jump out of the plane for the first time and it looks so like amazing. But mm-mm, my fear wouldn't let me
hey,
even think
Rockwella
about it.
mom.
Hey,
Clock it.
hey, how
Clock
you
it.
doing? So
Yeah, so
let's
I
see.
can't say I have something. I probably, of course,
Me
will
either.
now think of this all night and try to figure out something. But yeah, like pretty much like you said, everything that we growing
I
up,
never did.
we did a lot of stuff. I mean, like instruments, we've done all the recreation stuff, step squad,
You mentioned the
anything.
step squad. Let's stop for a second because
Yeah.
we thought of something and we want to do a step squad reunion.
Oh, I wasn't gonna
So,
do that tonight, but okay.
no, no, no. Like, I'm saying that on here so that for the ones that watch us that may know somebody that, because I don't have everybody from the step squad on my page, and I don't know if you do either. So, we putting it out there now. It's coming. We don't know when yet, but reach out to us on our social media pages, the ones that are already on our page, so that
Well,
we can get some contact info.
I created a flyer, so I was gonna roll it out after I did my stuff, so I could like send it to
Yeah.
everybody. But I mean, you put it out
But
there.
do you know everybody? Do you have contact with everybody at least?
Majority of
Okay.
the
Okay. Well, the
originators.
flyer is still going to be a surprise, and everybody is not watching us yet, but they will be. So it's not. It's still going to be a secret and a surprise when you roll it out.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on, some more questions because I just went through writing a whole bunch of stuff. If you could travel back in time, would you? And if so, if you would, why?
Mhm. I mean, sure, why not? I would. I wouldn't really change much. And I'm gonna just be honest. Like, when I say this is I'm being honest about everything. I really had a good life. Like,
Right,
God
right, right,
honest,
right, right,
like
right.
really.
I
So
feel
if
you.
I do go back, it's more so because I would probably roll out something that someone rolled out before and made a bunch of money on and roll it out and just become like a trillionaire. That part of it. But as far as like anything, like, I mean,
That is
sure,
so
why
like
not?
that is so for real though. Like that was
Sure, not.
good brainstorming and thinking on that question because that was a good answer. Like I'm gonna go back
Yeah,
and I'm
why
gonna
not?
go ahead and snatch that because I was born before the inventor. So it's
That part.
mine now.
That part. That part.
I
Other
would
than that,
probably
everything is
and
all
see
good here.
me, I'm like you, and I don't want to feel like that type of person either. But I truly grew up. I was blessed. We gonna say we was blessed. Like it's like in adulthood, I learned some things and how
Yeah.
to adult on my own. That's when real
Yeah.
life kicked in. But growing
Yeah.
up, I was spoiled. I had whatever I wanted, and
No,
for mine, if I had to go back, it would just probably be back to when my loved ones were still here because I lost a lot of people that I still really truly care about and
yeah.
still really truly miss every day. And the
Yeah.
people were all little pieces of my heart. So like I have this different shaped heart now. I don't even have the same heart anymore. So it's like that's
Mm.
what I would go back for. Like I would
Okay.
truly go back to get my pieces back. But
Yeah. Okay.
and I know things happen for a reason and God don't make no mistakes, but that was
Yeah.
my opinion to a question that was asked to me. So I'm fine. Everything's all good. That was just, you gotta put that out there. People be
You
ready to be
better,
like, is
because
she
girl, people be
okay?
like, you all right? I'm
I'm
like, yeah,
okay.
I'm real all right.
Marilyn, make sure I'm okay. I'm
Every
good.
day. Every day.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then
So let's see. Since it was a travel question, here's another one. What's your favorite way to travel?
way to travel
Like your way, I guess like form of transportation, I assume.
anyway. I don't care. Look, I don't care how I get
Anyway,
there. Just get there if I can. I mean, I'm
uh-oh,
open
I
to it
don't
all.
care how I get there.
That
Just
part. I get there if I
get.
can. I like flying, so I love the experience of flying. Sometimes when you fly, like several hours, like especially out of the country, it gets uncomfortable because I'm like, all right, can we pull this thing over so I can just kind of like get out? Unfortunately, you can't do that. Um, but I'm a driver. I'm a big driver. Like I love to drive. I love. Some people are like, "Oh, I don't want to drive." It's like, okay. I love to drive. I'll jump in the car in a heartbeat. I'm from Maryland originally. I live in the South, and I will drive home. I call it a turn and burn. I'll jump in the car, drive up, and be like, I'm on my way back. Like I don't mind driving, especially just to be a part of the what I need to be a part of. So I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I don't want to take a boat though. I don't like boats.
Um, so I've never been on a cruise because I'm the same way. I can only be on a boat for a little bit of time. So when I say I haven't been on a cruise, I mean like the ones that go to different countries.
Yeah,
I do the little
carnival.
hip hop cruises and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
hours coming back, but for like a week or so on a boat, that might not feel too good on my stomach, and I don't even want to figure it out right now. I'm
Okay.
not really a flyer, as you know, so I have to fly for work. I have to travel for business, so that's something
Mhm.
that I have to do.
You gotta
But
get used to it.
I am a whole East Coast junkie because I've been all up and down the East Coast in my car. Like I will
Mhm.
travel. Like
Mhm.
I've driven the girls 6 hours away to Niagara Falls just to get a different piece of scenery. So I like to drive
Mhm.
because I also love the view. I love
Yeah.
I like watching all the stuff. The girls are very much into photography and stuff, so they pull out their camera and take some nice pictures. So it's always a good memory. And we are Six Flags members, so we travel all across the world going to
Yeah.
Six Flags. So we
Yeah.
love it. Every summer, going to a new one this year. I'll tell y'all later. Let me get some more questions. Because Marilyn she's going to guest appear on the podcast tonight. You want to shout them out so that the viewers can go there?
So I will be featuring on a podcast tonight called One Mind. It's on Instagram. They stream on Instagram. So if you decide to check out One mind, it's a black and gold logo. It's like a light bulb and the number one. Definitely tune in tonight at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time because they are on Central Time. But Eastern Standard Time, I will be featuring on their podcast tonight. Their motto or theme of the show is more so like an open freestyle talk. He referred to it as almost like a cookout, like around the cookout table. Just talking about any topics that's thrown out there. Just having fun. And
Because you
again,
know people have crazy topics at cookouts and stuff be happening at cookouts,
like
especially our
what?
cookouts. Like, somebody has, it's always a person there in the family that's bringing the family drama. It's always something going on at the cookout.
Always. But I will be on that podcast tonight at 8:30 Eastern Standard
Make
Time.
sure you check her
Instagram,
out.
Instagram. So you can just log in, find them, and then shout me out. Say, hey Marilyn, we here for you.
Yeah, say the
That type of
culture
thing.
representing. Tell them the
Yeah,
culture's
it's
in the
culture.
house.
Yeah. What's the next
If
one?
you got to choose your name, what have you would have picked for your name and why?
Okay. Like real
Like
name
your real
or
name. Yeah, so people that know your real name.
hmm
So what would you have rather your real name have?
well, the story behind that. My mom, my family names their children after other family members. Like so very like uncreative, right? Like they
Right.
just kind of name so my mother named her children after her sister and brother. And
Okay.
so me and my brother are named after her sister and brother. So if
Okay.
I
So
could
it's like
change my name, my mom would have made me a junior. I'm not gonna say my mom's name. She was
right,
gonna
right, right.
make me a junior of her name. But if I could change my name and be a different name, it'll probably be Ty.
Okay.
What the hell it is now.
Okay. Okay. But you know what's crazy? That is my answer. If I had to have another name, it would be what I have because
Mhm.
my name is different. It's other people with my name, but 9 times out of 10 it's spelled different. It's not spelled like mine.
Right.
So, and because it's not spelled like mine, people spell my name wrong all the time. So then when I say how to spell it, they're like, "Oh, simple."
Right.
Like, yeah, it was that simple. But
Yeah.
I like my name. So, and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say my real name. So we're just gonna go with Net because if you know my name, then you know that's part of my name.
That, that's it.
But I really love my name. I grew to love it. Everything about it. I love who I was, who I am. Like I wouldn't take
Yeah.
anything away from any of that. We're gonna do one more question and then we're gonna leave because we gotta let Marilyn get ready because she gotta represent the culture in a minute. So let's see. We're gonna end it like this. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
You can answer first.
There is no superpower for this, but if I could have this power, it would be something to help mental health. Like I could just go like this and take everybody mental health pains away because mental health is real
Hmm.
and it's the reason why people are off tune or on too much tune like things. So I would just like to mellow everybody's mental health. So it's not even a real superpower, but you asked me the question, so that would be my superpower.
I like it. So, to answer it for me, I think the only superpower I would want is like maybe to like multiply me or me to be able to be in so many places at one time. Because anything else like healing or naturally I do I'm definitely I practice servitude. Like I often offer people advice, an ear, a shoulder, assistance, like all of that good stuff. So if I could like do all of this great stuff of like being a servant the way I am, that would be great because I can help more people. Anything beyond that, then I'll be acting like I'm God, and I'll let him be God. So
Right. And right. And that's why
yeah,
I was like, I just want to mellow everybody out because there's so much like turning on the TV these days. There's so much stuff going on. I wish I could just be like, ooh, and
yeah,
everybody be just them, just be mellow. That's all. But
yeah.
this was fun. This was fun.
I
I
like
like
it.
listening, answering these questions for everybody getting on here. Somebody down, warm it up, Chris.
I'm
And warm it.
about to.
Ah!
That's what I was
That's
going to do.
that's us warming you up so you can go out here. Marilyn is about to go and represent the culture, so make sure you tune in on Instagram to the One
Hmm.
Mind podcast at 8:30. So we're gonna give Marilyn a little time to go ahead and be like me. You know, she
And
gotta.
yeah, and also I will be I do too much. I mean, I think we all do too much. We juggle a whole bunch of stuff. And sometimes, and that's why I said the superpower I would have is to be like able to be
More
like,
of you. That's a good answer.
yes,
That's a good
because I'll
answer.
be like, okay, timeless. My real estate stuff, my investment,
Yeah.
all of this stuff, like, and then of course being my 9 to 5, because sometimes you have to have some type of monies to fund. You have to use other monies to fund some other things and to take care of some other things
Hmm.
until you can actually let that
Hmm.
go. But yeah, this is a lot. It's a
It
lot.
is,
But
and that's a good one. I actually do like your superpower too. So
yeah, I
because
need
I
to.
do a lot of stuff, I didn't even think about that. Like, give me some more of
Yeah,
me's,
I want to
and then this
satisfy everything.
the real me would be home relaxing, while all the other me's would be running around.
Right, doing all the other stuff. Like,
Yes, because I
yeah,
don't get to just chill. I'd be like, "Thank you, me. Thank you, me."
yeah. And I do it because of not for recognition at all. I do it because I feel like if I don't, who will? And I feel like if someone else does, they're not going to do it with a grateful heart or a understanding of love. They're going to do it and like
Correct.
talk about it. So I feel like,
Hmm.
sometimes you just need that one person that's going to do it and just be like very positive, helpful, loving. And I feel like that's why I feel like I have to do a lot of stuff. And I'm also a mom. Like, believe it or not, outside of this, I may not look like a mom, but I'm a
Right.
mom. So I do a
Yes.
lot of things with and for my sons, help navigate them. And, yeah, like I'm a coach. I
Yeah.
coach them. I'm a cheerleader. I cheerlead for them. I'm definitely a player with them, like, so, yeah, I want that superpower. Still, I'm gonna see if I
That's
can
a
put it. I'm gonna see if
that's
I
a
can
good
order that.
one.
I'm gonna
That
see if
is
I
a
can
good
order
one. You know what I
on,
should have done,
on
and I'll do it
Amazon.
next time.
Huh?
I should have done this, but I'll do it next time. I should have shouted out the people that wrote the questions. My bad, everybody, but you know who you are when you sent it
You
in.
do.
We just did this complete pop up situation. I just wanted to
Yes.
have some
So, but I don't
content
want
for
to get off
y'all.
real fast. I want to stay on for a second
Okay,
because I know I
okay.
get on my other podcast at 8:30. However, I do want to shout out a few people, a few good people. I first want to shout out my sister, my little sister, Tira. If you're watching this, and if you don't watch it, I'm gonna send it to you so you can watch it. But shout out to you. So on our first podcast, Green Eyes, and our very first podcast, and you can go back and look at Broken Relationships. That particular
Check it
podcast,
out.
check it out. That was the very first podcast we ever did. We were discussing broken relationships amongst people that are near and dear to us, and actually, that was one of my broken relationship with my sister. And since that podcast, my sister and I have reconciled. Like, it's like total water under the bridge. So, like, I talk to my sister regularly. Everything is everything. And, shout out to my sister for being just like me. Um, a lot of the same things.
That's
And
amazing.
yeah, so shout out to my sister. Also shout out to Rottweiler Mom, you're the bomb. Like, really, thank you for your support. Like, you really support, and you put our podcast out there. I really appreciate that. Shout out to Kay Quick. Shout out to Joy, the coach. She'll be joining us sometime. She'll be joining us next week on couples. 21 questions. Her and the lovely Lachey, her wife.
Shay from
They'll be the first
Cola.
to break it in. And the ladies from Cola,
Shout
Coco.
out to both ladies,
Yeah,
Coco.
Coco. Gotta get her candles. I posted it on my Facebook. Order her candles. I'd order a few, and I will definitely do a review and show you guys how Black businesses work, and women with many hats that, have many talents. A lot of times we have many talents, and that's a lot of times a gift and a curse, because we want to do so many things because we are naturally either good at it, we feel like we can make the difference, and a lot of times we just stretch ourselves to thin. I always say work on what is the best part of you, and work on that, push that, because it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming for me a lot of times. When I am laying down in the bed resting, my brain is not.
Correct.
I'm doing some other stuff. So always be good to you first, and just take one thing at a time. So other than that, that's all I had to do is
Oh,
shout that
wait,
out.
hold on. We forgot the most important person.
Who?
Shout out to Rem, 22 years in real estate. We love you so much. Congratulations. Not no bigger, no better person deserves something like that. You've
Yeah.
grinded since forever on your real estate career, and you're
Yeah.
doing amazing and helping so many people who didn't even think they could get a house, buy a house. So if you think that you can't get a house, Rem has a whole team that says otherwise. So
Yes.
give her a call before you count yourself out. Happy 22 years, Rom.
Good job,
Yay.
girl. Yes.
Yes, we saved the best for last.
Yes, we did.
So you go, and I don't think you have to do anything because you're always beautiful. So I was going to go say, plait your lips or powder your nose, but you look amazing. If you just clicked off it here and hit play on there, you would be fine.
I'm gonna click off here and just get myself together. I'm feeling very, very nauseous and not too well, but I'm just gonna push through, because again, we're women of business. We have to just
Yes.
keep going. So
All right. Love you.
peace out, culture. Good night.
Take care. Good
Ta ta.
night. Ta.